Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. And good afternoon to you, Kaji. It is, in fact, time to pog or get pogged. So, we're going to continue where we left off. We were on... not there. Start chapter. We are on now chapter 4 of part 3. So, we're about to get to the part where part 3 starts getting silly, and we start having to go back and forth between, like, 3 different armies, which is really confusing when each army has, like, a bunch of characters to swap around through. But we're gonna do our best here. We're just gonna hit start because, you know, we kind of just gotta walk through to the end here. We gotta take Ike and Ranulph all the way to the top of this map here, and deal with these Ballista, which probably won't do too much damage. And the way I'm gonna do this, let's see. Elf Thunder, this guy can go down here. Let's see what else we got here. I can just sort of, like, carry hard. Like, just have him kind of just bum rush the map and make an open path. You know, it seems like the most sensible way to approach a map like this, you know, just hit everybody with the strongest guy. Flyers are good. Flyers are great. What's also great is this critical hit that I'm about to get. Right? We're gonna get a crit here? No. I thought 39% was enough, but it seems that I was mistaken. We're just gonna put Ranulph up here. He's gonna shift because he's big as hell. 26. He's not gonna get killed by anything. We can kind of just let him do his own thing. And then these Swordmasters are probably gonna try to chase us. So we're gonna just rotate everyone to the left side here. And kind of just ignore them. These are Swordmasters, so we can send Gatry over. I'm sure he could kind of just stand here and be menacing. And that's enough for me. You know, just stab this guy. He's not gonna take any damage to anything. And as long as this guy can't reach us, we're pretty much just fine to leave Gatry on his own. What's he gonna do? Not get killed? Exactly. And then, if I shove Riz, we could probably get this kid. I can't shove him. At least not with Soren. Wait, we have Titania. Can she reach? Man, maybe I should have repositioned people. But that requires foresight. And I have none of that. Mia should be fine, though. It's 2 Axemen. It's not like she's gonna get hit by them. Like, what? She's gonna get hit by an axe dude? Get real. She's a Swordmaster. Swordmasters just literally don't get hit. It's like a statistical impossibility. Alright, so this guy's walking down. Oh no, that's so imposing. Oh, they're gonna go for the cat boys. Which is fine. You know, the cat people can also take care of them. Double attack. Just softening up for us. Very thoughtful. I don't think... Yeah, these guys at least have, like, 1 turn of shelf life here. I didn't give him a javelin, I don't think. Nah. That's fine. We can ignore any non-thunder mage we can ignore. Ooh, that's a hefty ballista, though. Did a lot of damage. Gatry. Just watching the Swordmaster reel back after doing no damage is very satisfying, even on just the map. That's why map animations really are just so fun to have on in Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance. Like, in the GBA Fire Emblems, there's no, like, satisfying animations you see. You just see people tackle each other. You actually just see... They really just made them the battle animations, but just smaller, which is really nice to look at. Alright, and this guy here... I also love how, like, the Swordmasters kind of, like, whip their sword back. It's not like a fluid motion. They swing upwards, and then they, like, pause for a second, and they pull back. It's, like, got a nice weight to it that, like, it's, like, a really memorable animation, as opposed to, like, a regular sword swing. They, like, it seems really deliberate. And then they just hit a piece of armor. And, like, they recoil back, too. That's so, like, well done, I feel. Alright, big cat. Big cat. So, we just have to watch out for these Thunder Mages. So, if we snipe them as we make our way downtown, walking fast, faces past while I'm homebound, we should be able to just pilot hard to the top safely. Because only Thunder is really gonna, like, do him in, I'm pretty sure. So these Thunder Mages, Elf Thunder, yeah, that's whatever. And there's no Thunder Mages up there, so this is kind of like a straight shot. Go get him, Har. Steel Lance? Ugh. 26% hit though, so it's like, whatever. Like, what? Is he gonna really get hit by a 26% hit chance? That's like, what? That's like less than like 5% in actual 2RN. And the stun for style points. We didn't even need to proc stun. Okay, so then here, do not have anyone who can reach. Now that is just annoying. Let's have Gatry over here. And then we just have to keep on going forward. That's really all we can do. There's not really, like, much in the way of approaching, because everything else is just so far ahead of us so far. Ooh, wait. Go get him, Titania. That 70% hand axe. Boom. Just clear the way, you know? The less people that can hit us, the better. And horses make sure that people can't hit us, because they're all the way in the far in the head. Ranulf. Can I shove Ranulf? Do I have anyone big enough to push this cat? Not even Boyd can push the cat. That's just strange, you know? You'd think, like, they're, like, small and limber. You'd think you'd be able to, like, push one of these guys with a big unit. But I guess when you're a cat made of that much muscle, it's just... what is a human to do but to just sit there? Let's just put him over here for now. I have 55 HP, and I'm also level 26, so I can't imagine Ranulf taking that much damage transformed. And he'll just dodge it. Probably kill on... Ooh, he leaves him with 1 HP. That's probably gonna get kill stolen from me. Uh-oh, Har's getting shot at for 2 damage. Nice try. Good effort, I guess. Getting experience is gonna be so hard, but I think all the green units killing things still counts as me getting experience. It just gets transferred into bonus experience. And geez, that took 33 damage. This guy's probably gonna take 8 damage, yeah. Those ballistas aren't super strong. It's just like, the extra chip damage can finish some guys off. Why did he do that entire loop around? He could have just walked to the tile south of that cat. But instead he just, like, ran circles around another, like... like, complete disregard for the person right next to him. And it's, like, funny to imagine that, just because it's the enemy phase, that cat just has to watch him get circled. Optimal placing, right? Skill, speed, luck? Ah, yes. The Gatry whose speed growth is as high as his defense growth. Truly putting the armored in Armor Knight. You know, honestly, I guess I can relate to that kind of optimal placement, you know? Sometimes you really just have to be to the left tile instead of the south tile. And sometimes there's just a cat in your way that'll watch you just run circles around it. Alright, I guess this is all bonus experience for me. You know what? I'm probably getting more out of this by getting the bonus experience anyway. The battle EXP, because... Okay, wait. Okay, these Elfire mages cannot reach from down there. So we're more than safe to put Har over here. And then... we'll equip the Javelin for now. And then we'll just move our other units. That's also scary, the Elfire Mage. But if that's the only Fire Mage, then really, our cats aren't in too much danger. Ugh. Every unit's like 1 or 2 spaces too far away to do anything. But finally, we get a good shove. 30% hit? More like you're just dead. Don't even have to worry about the possibility of getting hit. And then Ranulf here. I think he just kills this guy. I think he just gets murdered. No. Ranulf is not strong enough. Sadly. But with an extra hand axe, I'll clear that up. Just have to make sure that, Elf Thunder, 24 attack, 25 attack. Ranulf's res is 20. So even if you were to eat 2 Thunder criticals, which would be, like, very unlikely, he would take a total of 27 damage, so you should be fine. You would still have over half his HP. What a monster. He could eat 2 magic crits and still not care. Alright. Let's push him out of the way. And then we just have to move everyone else. Gatry can finally catch up. And we just do this. Just the whole move everyone else who just could not reach. It's like I swear, I could have just brought Har and Ike and just ended the map with that. Everyone else is kind of just here to stand here. Uh-oh, Riz is gonna get shot. Ow, Jesus, 19 damage. That's painful. And the cats are here to take the brunt of the arrows. It seems like a mistake. Ah, never mind. If that Fire Mage missed, I'm pretty sure he would have just gotten mauled. Okay, so now the tricky part here. Can Har fly around? Can Har, like, fly around the mountain, or is that terrain untraversable? Oh, this is incredible. Okay. So the scary part, like, it's pretty much just these Fire Mages who have low accuracy on him, but 1-9. If I equip the hand axe, that's only 8 damage, and everyone else 13 damage. And these guys all have, like, really low hit rates anyway. Ooh, that guy has a pretty high hit rate, 49. What else can I get hit by? Hand axe here, he does 4 damage. I think we should be fine to put Har here, honestly. There's no Thunder Mages here, and the mages even combined just do like 20-ish damage, like 26 damage. So we'll put Har here, and he's gonna clear out a bunch of them, and then these guys, I can't actually go up here. And these guys didn't move, so that's a bit irksome, but I guess we can just go this way. There's no Fire Mages that are threatening Ranulf, and that's really... As long as Ike and Ranulf don't die, that's fine. I don't think there's any other loss conditions. Yeah. So we can just keep on moving forward. Actually, wait a second. What's my range attack? Oh, Wind Edge. Okay, so I cannot get crit by an Elf Thunder Mage anymore. So that's pretty cool. Not getting crit is awesome. He still takes 18 damage, but he has 46 HP. So we're still fine. He's not going to take that much damage from this guy either. 30 damage to his 24 defense, yeah. He's looking kind of meaty right now. We do need to heal Riz, though, because he did just straight up take 19 damage. Alright, and then we just kind of move. These are like my least kind of favorite chapters, where we have to get to a point, and like getting to that point sucks because it doesn't feel like there's much you can do aside from just move your units upwards. Oh wait, this is pretty free. Double 78 I think is a reasonable thing to expect to hit twice. Yeah, there we go. I'm surprised that these high ground mages like are still susceptible to getting hit. Like, I had 59 hit on that. Like, I remember with the Dawn Brigade, like, trying to hit anyone on high ground was just, oh, like, literally impossible. Like, single-digit hit rates. But now it's like, yeah, you can just shoot upwards, dude. Just get him. Just shoot. But then Shinon cannot reach, which is a little disappointing. This entire chapter is just things being out of reach. And Rolf is over here. I think he should be fine. So let's go forward here. Uh-oh, Riz. Haha, nice try. You're not gonna hit me twice. Ow. So he's not gonna go up. It's these guys over here. I think he might actually break his hand axe before the end of this turn, and then I don't... Oh, I think I did check with hand axe and javelin. So he has his ranged weapons back to back. Dodge. Ugh, that 49% hit rate. If he gets hit by another one, and then the general, Har might be looking like he's like in a dangerous position, but not like one that kills him. Alright, we're fine, we're fine. As long as he doesn't get hit by both magic, that's like the worrying part. That would be what really would put us in a bad position. And then here, yeah, Har's just gonna not take any damage for the rest of this turn. Look at this man just solo the rest of this map. He's only not doubling because his hand axe broke. What? This guy had a Worm Slayer, didn't he? This guy had a whole-ass Worm Slayer, didn't he? I am so upset about that. Let me see. Show me that Worm Slayer. Show me that you had the anti-heart tech, and I just walked right into that trap. This is why we always check enemy placement and enemy items. This is what we call hubris. That 21% crit chance, that 21% crit, and then Har just eats it. I just ignored him because he was a Swordmaster. You know what? This is fine. This is just optimization to make it so that when I play as a Dawn Brigade, I don't get completely stomped by them. You know? That's all it is. That's all it is. This is all according to plan. Kill this guy. We still have a 3rd tier unit. That fucking stings. That smarts. We have Jill, though. Jill's not dead. So, like, I don't think there's anything to worry about. We can still progress with the rest of this run, even if Har is dead. That's just a little setback, minor setbacks. You know, this game has so many units, even if you invest a lot in the unit, you could probably beat it with some of the extra units you get in the tower. You don't really need to use them. You don't really need all your strongest units. Okay, the question is, how does Titania get up the rest of the mountain? So, let's see. Ranulf can reach up here. There's no more Fire Mage that can reach him. I don't think he does the damage that he needs to do, though. He does pretty good damage, though. It's, like, not the worst. I think if Titania weakens him... Yeah, 61 accuracy on low ground. That's what we like to see. We also like to see when it hits Titania. Come on, get with the program. How much damage did we take against this knight? 4 damage. So I'm fine to just do this regardless. Yeah, I don't think that Swordmaster really is going to kill anything else. I'm really good at looking at Lagu's meters. Like, I'm exceptional at that. Oh, Christ. Oh, wow, wait. Does this warrior double attack Riz? Are light tomes that heavy? Yes, they are. Wow, this is going poorly. I cannot believe Ranulf ran out of meter. Okay, cool. Putting Mia there did that, so that's good. So, Ranulf cannot get attacked. He can get hit from high ground, but I don't think he's going to. Yes, yes. Yes, Ranulf is safe, and I'm pretty sure I can get him out of danger. Do we have a Lagu Stone? No, we do not. We have Olivi Grass. This is not great. Definitely better situations we could be put into. But, let's do this. Shit, let's shoot someone. Killer Bow. That gets a kill. Easy. And then I think we can just put Soren up there. We can move Ike upwards. We'll move him outside of that guy's range, but then the Axeman, yeah, we can pull the Axeman up here. Weaken this guy for Soren, because I'm pretty sure Soren will not be able to kill otherwise. And then, let's see here. Elwind gets the full damage. Ooh, and the support bonuses. That's what we like to see. It's a good thing I remember that, because otherwise we would be short 1 damage again, like we were last stream. It's just the story of my life, just being short, just a little bit of accuracy, or a little bit of damage. Yeah, so Titania can't go up there. Items. Let me... Oh god. 16. I think it should be fine. Even if she doesn't crit, we have Rolf still. Yeah, we have Rolf to finish off. Because these guys are not going to be able to reach, because Titania is just sitting there menacingly. There we go. Get some experience for Rolf. That's what it all is about. Trading those weaker units, you know? When you lose your strong units, you gotta put all that loss somewhere. Alright, 56 accuracy? We believe. Then we'll back off so that we can't get hit from 2 range, from high ground. And then we kind of just walk forward. Ugh. I keep on forgetting to use Converse. Converse. Alright. Let me show you my Wind Edge. Ooh, and we get that extra 1 HP so that we can let a weaker unit finish that guy off. And here, double attack, 13 HP. I don't even think my weaker units can kill that guy. Which is a shame. Oh god, those are wyverns. Oh, oops. Thank goodness we can still talk after conversing. Ooh, and add up procs. That's nice. So now we just move Ike upwards. I think that should be fine. 38% chance to do damage, and then just that. Let me just see the other stats. 24, so 33, that's 8. That's going to be 24, and then that's going to be 12. 8, 12, that's 20. 20, and then 32. So 32 damage there on Ike. 32, and then if he gets hit by this mage, 32, Ike dies. So he has to just not get hit by this 38% hit chance. I trust that. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, he's safe. Yeah, Iron Man's, you know, playing for like minimal resetting. Of course you're gonna do those kinds of moves, you know? It's always worth it. Why would I ever need to be careful in a run like this? That's preposterous. We're just gonna shift in front of this guy's face, because we have the Laguz meter, and just slap him in the head. Simple as that. Ugh. Watching for Laguz meter is just really stressful. I just always forget that it's gonna run out until it runs out, and then human form Laguz just instantly get double attacked, and I just cry myself to sleep. Alright, Titania just kinda has to sit down here. She just has to stay there. Horses can't climb walls. I like shudder to imagine what that would look like though, if like they didn't consider terrain and just let the Laguz do that. Items, crossbow, shove. Let's get Soren out of range there. And then let's end the turn. Shinon should be fine, yeah. Shinon's probably gonna... can I make it? Yes, we can. Shove. Get the hell out of there. Oh, that would have been really bad. That would have been absolutely terrible if Mia just took a fat hit there at 1 HP. And these guys have axes, so I can't imagine Ike actually taking damage here. Get some defense. Ooh, and more defense. Shinon's going to blow this guy up. Crossbow. Alright, well the fixed damage of a crossbow is definitely falling off now. And then this guy. Can't double him because Boyd is literally just Boyd. And this one's for hard. I'm so sad about that still. We just completely got destroyed by a Wormslayer. That's why we check enemy items. That is why we press the Y button on an enemy, so we know what they can do to us, you know? Just think. Just use your brain. It wouldn't be the first time I've lost a good unit in an Iron Man run to poor planning and just not looking at enemy stats. But you know, those mistakes are what it adds spice. I forgot that archers or marksmen have 2-3 range. Ooh! And we get the flip. That looks so cool. And then here we can just Atar. Why does this guy have a killing edge? I actually do not understand what compelled them to program a killing edge onto this guy. How much damage do I do with the wind edge? And can I crit with it? Anyway, shut up. 1 crit? No crit. So then, even if Ranulf gets crit by this guy, it's literally 15 damage. Subhuman, shut up. Crit me, come on, I dare you. Ow. Yeah, so this guy's probably pretty much dead next turn. Oh god, 13. 13 bar. 13 on the Lago's bar. Not a comfy place to be, but he should be able to take 2 combats. And here we have Benyan guys getting shot down. And Shinon should be able to finish off the other general. Shinon, and we can put Rolf up, or Boyd up here. He also will probably be able to follow up. So now we just have to end turn, and they're gonna fight us. Oh god, he's throwing a spear at us. Whatever shall we do? Oh, this guy just popped his concoction. Are you serious? What a loser. He used healing items? Imagine using healing items. Come on. Thankfully, I can just do this. Silencer. I want to see the animation here. I want to see the Deadeye proc. Alright, buddy. You and your 3 lines of dialogue, come on, get over yourself. You don't need to have special conversations with everyone. Deadeye, baby! This guy's just dead. I don't need Har anyway. I still have units that can one-shot Armor Knights. And from 3 range, no less. Imagine if Shinon had a mount. That would be wild. Alright, Wind Edge. Do we just kill this guy? I don't have a hammer or anything. Yeah, I think we can just exit. Let's see. 8 damage, 14 damage. If we crit, if I get a crit here, it pretty much ends the map. Or, yeah. Ike is the only one who has a chance at critting here. So go and get it, Ike. Give it a shot. No crit, but he dodges with ease, even with Weapon Triangle disadvantage. That 11 hit. Ike is just too buff. One of those arrives. I have to be on both tiles. Bomb. Yeah! Count is on you to death. Ooh, glomps you. Alright, let's put Rannoch over here, clear the map. Oh! Oh, this is a scene where we get to see Scrimmer eat shit. He's using an iron sword. Oh, he activated Nile. Does he activate Luna here? No, he just slaps him! He just uppercuts him. And he just straight up dies. Like, nice try trying to challenge General Zelgius. Absolute fool's maneuver. I think this is where we use the Black Knight. I think this is the last chapter where we get the Black Knight. Retreat! Or is this, are we still the Grail Mercenaries here? Let's see. Yes, we are still the Grail Mercenaries. We are on the back foot now, so we need to make sure that we do not die to General Zelgius. No info. Anything in the shop? Let's see. A Wu Dao? None of these things scream, I need to buy these. Why is there, like, always an arm scroll there also? That's just so weird to me. Okay, so what skills can we assign to people? Reduces experience gained, but increases parameter gains when leveling up. So Blossom sounds nice, but the fact that you need to spend all that extra experience is like, you have a chance to level everything up, like, way higher, but you'd probably get the same amount of gains in 2 levels, and it's just, it feels like you're expending so much to get those level ups. I don't think that's really worth it. Alright, so then, who is close to promoting? Titania's level 18, so I could actually just put... Let's see how much bonus EXP we have. I'd be fine with... Why do I have so much bonus EXP? Where did I get like 20,000? We're just making her a gold knight. She has capped strength already anyway. That is just... I like looked away from my battle stats menu. I guess I was using Har so much that I didn't need to battle EXP anyone else. Or bonus EXP. But that's fine. We got some speed level ups and we can class change to gold knight to get soul. We can hit those people with some gun flames, some volcanic vipers. Look at that. That gold armor. And that +3 strength, +2 speed. And those defense and res gains too. Titania's so tanky. But game froze. There we go. Gold Knight. And she has soul now. 3 times the normal damage and restore HP equal to damage dealt. Now she can literally just walk into an army and just tank everything. How many hand axe uses does she have? That's also what we need to take a look at. Not a lot. Let's see. Convoy, take... We do not have any hand axes, so we're gonna buy a hand axe. It is important to have hand axes on us, because 1-2 range is king. And 1-2 range doesn't stop being king in the series for quite a while. So there's no reason not to just have hand axes and wind edges and javelins. Why hit people from 1 range when you can hit them from 2? Alright, we're getting chased by the Begnion army. This is a house. Oh, this is... defeat boss? This guy's portrait makes me angry. He looks so smug. We could get an energy drop here, but I think we're just gonna wait for the 10 turns. Oh my god. Also, look at those empty deploy slots. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We've let a lot of units die. That's okay. Choose units. Reposition. The solution is to just put Titania up in the front. They can only enter from the right side. Oh, they can climb this, though. We have a Ballista, which we can put Sheen on and Rolf on. So we're gonna do that right now. Mia here. There's no reason for Mia to be there. Rolf will get some extra EXP. I don't know what's a safe place to put Rayson. I might as well just put him on the Sheenon Ballista. And I'm gonna put Sheenon actually in the frontmost, so he has more units that he can hit. God, though I think it might be more beneficial to have Sheenon up in the front lines because he's Sheenon. And then these guys have steel lances. They don't have any. I'm trying to think what's the most optimal way to defend this. I can put Titania up in the front, and she's probably just going to be able to tank everything here. Gatry we can put on the left side. So there's a mage there. And we'll put Gatry on the right side. There's 3 Swordmasters. That's prime Gatry should dumpster people kind of target. And we'll put a lot of people on the left side. This probably is fine. Let me see if there's any other items that are notable aside from the energy drop. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. All just weapons. And a Vulnerary. They gave 1 dude a Vulnerary, 2 dudes a Vulnerary. But there's nothing else to note. And a coin. Uh-oh, guys. Better watch out for the coin. And this guy is here in case we have the audacity to try to just kill the boss. I would try to do so, but Hara's dead, so that's going to be a much harder task to ask to do. Alright. We're going to fight now. So, I do this thing where I press the A button on Sheenon, and he literally just doesn't do any damage. He can crit. If he crits, this is fine, actually. No crit. Oh, it doesn't have to show the crit! What a champion. What a swell first action. Rolf cannot kill any of these even with a crit. This guy has too high biorhythm. Get out of here. You're having too good of a day. The biorhythm system is also just such an interesting concept to me. Why is that a thing they thought was that needed to be added? Ooh, will we see a soul proc here? Because it's skill percent, which means that it's always going to be consistent. No soul, no soul. But I think I should get targeted here. So we have all of next enemy phase to see that. Yeah. 26% skill, so that's a 1 in 4 chance. I can put Gatry over here. And then we can just short spear this guy. And then the other guys are just going to walk into Gatry, and he'll just finish them off. Ooh, and then we can dance Sheenon. We can dance Sheenon for extra action. Uh-oh, my short spear broke. I no longer have 1-2 range. We'll walk Ike to the right side as well. Heather will stand here so that... Because what else is Heather gonna do? Steal the energy drop? Yeah, right. We're just gonna dance here. And let's see who we can shoot again. There's only 5 uses of this ballista, which is also one of the things I don't really like about ballistas, is that you don't really get to use them that much. Oh, we can still snipe a kill here. Worth it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with, like, Soren. I could put him, like, over here, and if they try to climb, he can just exist. But, like, there's so many openings that it seems a little, like it's not gonna do much. They'll all go through the one hole that they can reach, essentially. You, like, put Mia here. And then let's see where they go. Yes, they're all gonna target Gatry. Ooh, wait, these fight scenes are gonna take a long time, because... Oh, wait. They're not, because Gatry doesn't have to walk up to them! Thank goodness that the Swordmasters are coming to me, instead of Gatry having to lumber over to them. Ooh. I like how in the overworld they, like, reel backwards, but I guess that doesn't make sense with the backflip sword attack. I think other attacks that Swordmasters do get bounced off. Let's see. Yeah. It's like, I guess it doesn't make sense for them to, like, recoil backwards with the backflip, but, like, imagine them just falling on their face. Like, they go for the backflip, and then, like, they just get parried, so they just fall over. Alright, Titania with the steel poleaxe, what will she do? Ow! Show me the soul animation. Show me it. You did 4 attacks. Statistically speaking, one of those should have been a skill proc. I don't think activated skills in this game are half of their skill. I think it's the full 20. It's the full percentage. So eventually we should see one of these. Now with the poleaxe. Maybe it's 8. Maybe it is half skill percent. Let's see. That is 6 attacks so far. She's still, like, healthy, though. Boom. Yeah, we are not getting any activations here. Which is fine, I mean, she's not getting hit, so it's not something we have to worry about, really. Just Titania, and, like, taking on the entire wall on her own. Okay, cool. They are running up to those spots, so I can just 2-range them from high ground. I probably should set... Ooh, uh-oh. That's a bowman. That guy's not gonna hit anything. Good luck. I might have to, move Shinon off his ballista. Uh-oh. He's gonna lumber over to me real slowly. Boop. Just walks the horse backwards. Boop. This is peak Fire Emblem. Just putting one unit inside an entire horde and just... and just ripping, letting it rip. She'll eventually use Soul. There we go! It just looks so triumphant. And the triple attack, I like that that's how they represent, like, the extra damage happening, is that they just keep on slapping them with their weapon. So the plan is... Oh, Jesus. What is Ike's movement? Ike's movement is... What is it? 7? So if Ike goes over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we cannot reach. Let me see, though. Can Shinon shove Ike? No. We will have to move Rolf down there for now. So we do this. We dance. We Galder. Vigor. Go get him racing. What the hell does Bliss do? Oh, that brings your biorhythm up to max. That's what it is. Which is such a weird command, because... who's focusing on their biorhythm? Okay, so then we can move Mia out of... Oh, we can't swap positions, though. Index? We could do... this, I think. And then... I put Mia over here. And Nephany down here, or Soren down here. Let's see how this goes. 31% hit chance. This is a little tricky. 7. She just doesn't do any damage. But that's fine, because she has a much lower chance of getting hit. As long as they're just keeping a wall there, that's really all that's important to me. Elwind. One of these days, Soren will proc Adip when he needs to proc it. Ballista... Oh, we can finish people off with this, too. So that's also helpful. Can I just straight up kill you? Yes. The answer is yes. Which means Titania can cover more of that left side of the map. Atri really doesn't have anything to worry about here, aside from this Elfire Mage, 26 attack to 11 res. So 26 minus 11 is still just 15. So he still keeps a big chunk of his health. And I think if I put Gatry here, yeah, he'll double these guys. So he should be able to just survive through this turn. I don't know if he needs, I don't think he has concoctions on him, so that might be bad if he gets hit. Let me just see. Let me see his items. Uh-oh. Gatry might get sacrificed to the mage. That's probably fine. Okay, so then Steel Poleaxe has 6 uses, so we're probably just going to have to use these hand axes for the rest of it, which is fine as long as some people one-range her. Because as long as she's one-range, I believe she can activate Soul, but I don't think special abilities will proc from range. Which is fair, you know. If you could proc, if you could proc your abilities from 1-2 range, that would be kind of broken. So we're just gonna keep Titania in the bush. Extra defense is always nice. And now she's targeted. She's in targeting range of a lot of people. What's this guy's hit rate also? 131 minus 76. So he has less than 70 hit rate. So Gatry could also just be safe. Shut up. Gatry should also just be safe by virtue of, you know, dodging. Uh-oh, he's gonna crit me with his 4% crit rate. Alright. So now he should finish off that guy. He's gonna finish off the other 2 units that he weakened. And then we should be good to just move him southward. There we go. Let's see what level up we get. He's making good progress. Ooh, speed and defense. So he's gonna take even less no damage. Uh-oh, the mage is here. 14 damage. Nice try. I like how he dodges it by putting up a shield, as if putting up a shield is gonna stop magic from burning you alive. Like, that's your plan to stop the fire magic? Putting your shield up? Like, I don't think fire magic works that way. I don't think you could just close your eyes and, like, try to, like, just sit in it and say, no, I'm not getting burned by it. He's just straight up just in that circle of fire. You have never played a single Fire Emblem? Please explain literally every single mechanic to me. Alright, so you can see we have here on the screen, it shows a guy on the left and a guy on the right. They have their HP meters, and when the character's HP meter hits 0 like that, that means they're dead forever. That applies to both your characters and the enemies. So if a character of yours dies, they're gone forever. And so what we have in the top center, those numbers, you know, it says hit, damage, and crit. Hit's obviously your chances of getting hit. Damage is obviously how much damage you do. And crit means the percentage of chance to do a critical hit, which is triple the damage. So basically, you always want to have high hit rate and damage, and you want the enemy to not. You want to choose fights that don't want high hit or damage. We are blue. So you can see, typically your units are always going to be stronger than the enemy units, because the enemy units will typically just outnumber you greatly. You're the better color. Blue is a better color, I agree. I think blue is a much nicer color than red. They always do say, though, that, like, if you're playing something, like, in competitive games, that red teams tend to have higher win percentage than blue teams. Like, I think it might be, like, a psychology thing or something they say, that, like, they, like, did a large sample size, and it turned out that red teams, in a match between red and blue, that reds tend to win more, like, by a slight margin. Steel Poleaxe. Yeah, I don't know why they added, like, the Poleaxes and the Great Lances in this game. They don't seem really that different. Yeah, it's not a Poleaxe either. It's not long enough to be a Poleaxe. It's just a slightly longer axe. I also don't know how... Yeah. Poleaxes are like mini halberds with hammers. Yeah, Poleaxes are supposed to be, like, really long. And these are just kind of just like the in-between between like a halberd and an axe. So I would say it counts more like an axe. Let me see. I also find it interesting, like, I get how steel swords and axes and lances would do more damage, because, you know, the steel is going directly into you when you get hit with those kind of weapons. But, like, I'm confused. The boomerang axe, yeah. How the hand axe always comes back to you. The Franks use that weapon extensively in the 9th century against Norman invaders. Nah, Fire Emblem doesn't actually take place in Fantasy Europe. It takes place in Fantasy Australia. That's why the hand axe always boomerangs back. And that's how it always gets, like, broken down and brittle and weakened. Because, you know, they're throwing the same axe. For javelins, you don't really have that same excuse. Uh-oh. Crossbows. But then, like, whenever they throw, like, javelins in this game, I always wonder, like, how is the weapon getting weakened if they're just throwing it, they're just chucking it across? So, like, what is there to weaken? You just lost your entire weapon. Like, they just keep on chucking that, and it just appears back in their hand. There's not even an animation for that. Like, even in, like, the big fight scenes, there's no actual, like, animation for the weapons returning to them. They just throw the javelin. Soul! Triple damage and healing. One-man army. You know, what games actually have non-Europe medieval fantasy settings? You're right, that is a good question. I mean, there's, like, games that use, like, feudal Japan as a setting, which I don't think is too far off time-wise. Like, it's probably within the same centuries. I'm not too versed in history, so, don't quote me on that. But medieval Canada, what does that look like? Very, like, snowy, I'd assume? What game is that takes place in medieval fantasy Canada? Huh. That sounds interesting, actually, because, like, again, I love when they, like, try to take settings that you don't really see all too often. Brainlord. I've never heard of that game. What kind of game is that? Is that, like, also a strategy game? Or is it, like, some kind of action game? I guess I can't really glean much from the... Oh! It's a Link to the Past clone, okay. So it's like a top-down adventure game? Speaking of Link to the Past, really good Super Nintendo... Maybe I should give it a try. There's this... I'm, like... With Zelda games and Zelda-like games, I just always, like... I go through a couple of dungeons, and then for some reason I just always drop the game afterwards. For no, like, real reason. It just ends up happening that I just don't play more. And it's not like I don't like those games, like I think about how the only Zelda games I've ever beaten were Minish Cap and Wind Waker, but I've played so many other Zelda games. I played Ocarina of Time, I started, Majora's Mask a little bit, but, like, I never actually beat them. I always go through, like, the first 2 or 3 dungeons, and then I'm like, huh, that was a game. And then I'm done with it. So let's see. So on the player phase, we have all our blue units here, and we just have to move them all, and once they're all moved, we go back to just watching the enemies wail on us. You can see an overview of the map here shows that we're still outnumbered, despite the fact that I've, like, cleaned up a lot of enemies. They still double our army size. So we're just gonna kinda look at the enemies here. This guy has a Horse Slayer, which means that he'll do a lot of damage to any of my horse units. So I don't want that to happen. You know, it would be very bad if someone who does a lot of... whose weapon does specialize against taking out horses hit my one strong character on a horse. You know, you don't want that to happen. It's like the opposite of good. But if we hit him from range, like we can do here... I'm almost out of weapons, though. Because weapons have a limited amount of uses before they break. And then you end up like a sitting duck. I think 13 weapons should be enough. 13 uses. That means that I can still kill at least 5 units. Because every time you attack, you take up the use, and the unit usually attacks twice in a turn if they're fast enough. The only way we can kill more is if I get more crits. So hopefully we get some critical hits or skill activations. And my javelin broke. I've heard of Langrisser, but I've never played it. There's a lot of games I've heard of but never played. But, I have not. I haven't played too many, like... In terms of the SNES, I owned one when I was younger. And I only really played the games that my family ended up getting from the family friend that gave us the SNES. When I got into, like, playing, like, looking more into the SNES library and playing, like, games from that time, I actually didn't dive through, despite like how much I like strategy games and RPGs. Like, games like Chrono Trigger, and Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy IV, Star Ocean, all those like classic like RPGs. As much of a fan as I am of the genre, I haven't really explored much on the console. I think the most obscure title I could say that I've played on the SNES is this RPG by Square Enix called Live Alive. So like, it's definitely like I do need to explore more of the genre on SNES. Even like the Fire Emblem games on the SNES, I've played a little bit of it. Yeah, Live Alive! That game is the tits! Exactly! I'm always so happy when I know that someone has played that game. That game is so cool. It deserves like a modern remake, or even just a port. Like the way they did the 7 stories, and how they like tied them all together with the crossing over. Oh, that was so cool. And the soundtrack is bomb! That's another game that like, I like have this plan for later in the week. I want to like dive back into some of my like older games I've played that I really enjoyed. Yeah, the 7 genres, like the survival horror chapter, the sci-fi survival horror chapter, how like one of them is supposed to like play like a knockoff of Street Fighter where you fight 6 opponents. And then there was like ones that play like more straight RPGs, like the sci-fi chapter, or the near future chapter, that was supposed to be like Akira. And then like how they had like the cowboy chapter where you like have to set up traps and everything to make the boss fight easier. Or like the stealth action chapter. Like, the way they combined all the genres into a top-down RPG was really impressive. Ooh, soul, triple damage. And I'm gonna heal that 1 HP, thank you. Yes, yes! Yoko Shimomura did the music for Street Fighter 2. And she did parody her own music, which is why the music works so well, actually. You can actually hear, like, a lot of the influence that she did on Chun-Li's stage from Street Fighter 2 in the China chapter. Like, the China battle theme very much is reminiscent of her battle theme, of Chun-Li's fight theme in Street Fighter 2, I feel. God, that game just is super, super, super underrated. Like, when you think about Square Enix games, when you think about, like, Square Enix old-school RPGs, you think of, like, Secret of Mana, you think about, like, all the Final Fantasy games, and I'm trying to think, there are some other things they work on, like Chrono Trigger. You think of all of those, and, like, there have been, like, references to Live Alive in the past. Like, I remember it was, like, last year, they were, like, hyping up an announcement, and then it just ended up being, like, an album, I think, which was really disappointing. But, the fact that they still remember it makes me a little happy. It's one of those games that I really wish got some kind of, like, not noticed again. I have hope. They're doing a new The World Ends With You after, like, 13 years of it not existing and not getting a new game aside from ports and remakes. But then now, they're getting a whole new game coming out in a week and a half. I'm so excited. It's like, I've heard of so many obscure games, but the amount of, like, those kinds of games I've actually played is very little. I'm trying to think, like, in terms of, like, older games that, like, get only, like, a little bit, like, have a little bit of a cult following. I guess I could say Wild Arms is one of those examples. Like, you know, not many people have played, like, especially the later Wild Arms. Let me see, can I kill this guy from range? This guy has a short axe. And these guys aren't moving. So let me do this thing here. Hand axe. One of you guys should be hittable from range. Yes. There we go. Open this guy up. Open that shit up! I still have 10 weapon uses left. So I should be fine to just whack this guy to death next turn, instead of having to defend for 10 turns. Chapters where you have to defend for a long period of time really drain the soul out of you. And yeah, that's how we finish this chapter, is just... we have 2 conditions here, defend for 10 turns, or defeat the boss over here. Whichever one happens first clears you the chapter, so... I'm just sending 1 unit to just solo the entire map while everyone else is just defending the castle. Because that's kind of the state of my units right now. I have, like, 3 really strong units, and the rest of the units are kind of just there. I do not have many contingency plans for if those strong units die. It's possible, They can get targeted by, like, weapons that they're weak to. But other than that, we should be fine. But yeah, I was saying earlier, I want to do, like, just kill the enemy. Exactly, just kill him, lol. Lamau. Lol. I want to do, like, a retrospective series where, like, I look at older games that I played, like, a long time ago. But I don't want to, like, do a long series on, like, each individual game because, you know, I already do long series with, like, Fire Emblem, so that would just get, like, a little tedious. So what I want to do is, I want to play through the game myself a little bit, just, like, remember, like, how to play it properly and stuff. And then, like, make a couple of save files so, like, I can talk about, like, the good parts of the game. And sort of, instead of just, like, playing through, like, the game straight through, just, like, play a little bit of one section, load game to go to the next section, so I can, like, really, like, showcase, like, the different things that made the game great. So on Thursday, I'm going to be doing a retrospective on Jet Force Gemini, which was a third-person shooter on the N64 that was, like, one of my favorite games as a child. And I think it's also, like, fairly underrated, because it was made by Rareware, who was really known for, like, platformers and collectathons. And Jet Force Gemini is not a platformer, it is a third-person shooter. So it's, like, a complete genre shift. Like, the fact that they went from that, from, like, Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong 64, to Jet Force Gemini is just so interesting to me. And I want to, like, showcase, like, how cool that game is. And I was, like, replaying it earlier just to, like, get some progress on the save file. And man, when you play a game that's supposed to feel like a shooter with, like, twin sticks to, like, move around and aim with, and you know that it's programmed for the N64, which did not have 2 control sticks, having to play with the, what is it? The C buttons to aim around and strafe is absolutely bewildering. It's so hard. And also, games that use flight stick for aiming, like you have to, what is it? You have to hold down to go aim upwards and up to aim downwards. Absolute mistake. The N64 controller design haunting everyone to this. Exactly, like, it just looks like that. 3-pronged for the human with three hands. Oh man, the design there is just, it was something. And I think they, like, I think there were some interesting ideas behind it, like the fact that you had the D-pad and the control stick, but then, like, Sony just came out with a completely better joystick design, like, only a couple years later. It, like, like, imagine being Nintendo, and you come up with a design to include an analog stick and a control pad, and then Sony just makes a better one. There are some things I like about it, though, like how, I really think the placement of the analog stick and Z button was really cool, and how they sort of, like, redid that with, the Wii Remote Nunchuck. But man, what were they thinking with that third prong that like, only Pokemon Stadium and, like, Kirby 64 used? Uh-oh, Meteor. Just dodge it, dude. Just don't get hit. Alright, this guy's coming up for me, and I have my steel poleaxe. Am I just gonna hit him? Yeah, he's just dead. Soul! This is just overkill. I do 25 damage normally, but I guess I can deal the full crit damage regardless. This is the point in the game in Fire Emblem where you send one unit that can heal itself, and they just rip apart an entire map. You read an old... That makes sense. I mean, Kirby 64 was a 2D game for the most part. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I totally get what they were going for, but it's just like, for the average video game play, or the average person who does not play video games, like, and they first pick up that controller, the first idea that comes to mind, I don't think, is just middle and right. Because, I've seen people pick up an N64 controller and immediately put their hands on the left and right grips. Like back when I was younger. Oh my god, this guy's straight up just murdered. 22 times 3 is 66, baby! That's math! I wish it showed the overkill damage. Because I know Kirby 64 did it, Pokemon Stadium's menus did it, And that always threw me off. Like, why? Why does Pokemon Stadium's... Quick math. Why does Pokemon Stadium just randomly use the D-pad? Yeah, you're right. They didn't expect the 3D to take off. I know Mischief Makers was a game on the N64 that was a 2D side-scroller. Did that use the control pad? I don't know if anyone here has played it. But I know it was like a 2D side-scroller that like was also another cult classic that I haven't played. Alright, so even with one of our best units dead, we can still push pretty well. Alright, so then I think we're going to go through probably one more chapter. I think one more chapter would be good pacing. I'm trying to think, like, yeah, like the 3D took off really hard. Like when you think about like Donkey Kong Country, Banjo-Kazooie, and 2E, Super Mario 64, and even like some of the other stuff like Glover. Like, 3D took off super hard. And now we switch armies. Look at this, really. This is like the most boneless army I've ever seen. What am I supposed to do here? I don't even have Tornado. I have 8 units. I am legit going to explode. I don't know how I'm gonna beat this chapter. We got a Master Crown, so we can promote someone. We can promote Jill. That's what I'll do. And she gets a Brave Axe. So yeah, that'll be what I do. Manage, award EXP, Jill. Oh my god, I forgot that battle EXP doesn't trade between armies. This is not great. Because, as you can see, I don't have any of the characters that I had in the previous map. I have a bunch of bad units. So, because the armies move around, so too do their resources. So, the Dawn Brigade was another army, and they have their own resources. And the Guerrilla Mercenaries is another army, so I kind of just have to deal with what I have here. And what I have here is not super great. Oh, but we have all these cool items. We're going to need a Beast Killer, because there's going to be... I believe this is like chapter where we just have to kill as many units as possible. So things that kill beasts is going to be very good. I'm gonna put that in the shop. What else can we get here? This is like gonna be a dicey chapter. Oh wait, we need the torch because this is gonna be Fog of War. If you've played any kind of like strategy game, I'm sure you're aware of the term Fog of War, where you can't see enemies that aren't close to you. And let me tell you, that's awful in a game like this. Not being able to see things that are close to you feels very bad. So we're gonna give this Vantage away, and we're gonna use a stat booster here. Trade this Speed Ring to Jill, who will then be able to get more speed to do more attacks faster. Alright. There we go. I like don't want to do this chapter, but we have to do what we have to do that night. So the goal for this chapter is to defeat enemies. I believe we have to defeat like 30-something. And if you go to the top right of this map in this map, the top right corner of this map has the units that I used in the previous map, because they're like doing storytelling through gameplay and showing like these are warring factions. They're not friends with each other yet. They will be eventually, but like I think it's really cool how they have you like pit your own units against each other, and how you have to sort of like balance it so that you don't actually kill like important people on the opposing team, and like you don't get your own team killed by your own playable units. And they have the stats that they would have if I was controlling them. So it's like not one of those cases where like, you know, when you like play a game and you recruit the boss character and suddenly they're weak as hell. No, the characters I was using are the boss characters, and they're as strong as I was using them earlier. So I will just explode. Thankfully we have some allied units here as well. So what we're going to do, we're going to use this Torch Staff to reveal the... Look at that, look at that. That's horrifying. So we have all these units here. I didn't take the Beast Killer with me. I completely forgot to take that into my inventory. Good luck me. I think I just lose now. I think this is going to be a struggle. These enemies are very strong. And I have very not strong units. So, me making it through this chapter is actually probably going to be the hardest trial of this entire run. Oh god, what am I going to do? use terrain, I guess. That's not the worst, actually. Let's just pray. Let's just pray that... I'm essentially expecting to get carried by the yellow units, by my allied units. As you can see, we talked about blue and red units before, and there's also yellow units, who are basically like units that you don't control, but they fight for you. And they're pretty much stronger than a good majority of the cast that I have here. Aside from, like, Jill. Jill is, like, one of my strongest characters. And she is going to make everyone into a Jill sandwich. I've never played a Resident Evil game in my life. I missed an 82% hit chance. That's upsetting. You know, it's 82%, so it's not impossible to miss. It just feels hella bad when you do. So we're gonna utilize these bushes and hope that we just don't get hit. Which is hard because, oh my god, these cats are really accurate. Even in the reeds. And we half shift here. This is, like, hard. This is going to be a struggle. I let a lot of the Dawn Brigade die, a lot of this army's units die, like, at the start of the game. So, it'll be interesting to see how we're going to power through this. There we go. We got a kill. We killed one unit. Go get him. Go get him, champ. Ooh, we are getting a lot of experience, so at least when we get those kills, our units are going to be significantly powered up quickly, if they can survive. Because you see something like this, she just explodes immediately. She is going to just be bait. I'm going to put her in a bush and hope that she doesn't die. And then we have Micaiah over here, who I'm pretty sure just dies if anything looks at her funny. Like, if I put her up here... For those of you who cannot do math, or do not know how to read the attack table, this enemy has 42 HP compared to my 32 HP. We both do 25 damage, but that guy can do 25 damage twice in one fight, which means that he does 50 damage. And if you understand the math there, 32 minus 50 is negative 18. So Micaiah, the main character of this army, dies in one combat, and that results in a game over. There is a very high chance that that happens. And if I position Micaiah over here, she might be safe. I think the allies might move in a way that'll cause Micaiah to be opened up, and then I'll get a game over. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there, I think. Yeah, this is not going to look very good, unless that halberdier, that one that you see in the bottom middle next to the wolf, if he doesn't go attack... Oh, I think I just game over, guys. This chapter is going to be very difficult. Yes, it's an ambush, fella. Please be nice to me. Okay, cool. So as long as Micaiah does not get targeted, we're safe. God, this is going to be... This chapter is going to be, like, the epitome of struggle chapters. Just don't die. Just pray that you don't get hit by this 100%. She is going to get mauled. Rest in peace, Fiona. You sure were a unit. Oh, I like the Defiant 2 damage before you die, you know? Just like, putting up one last fight. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Stress. Alright, go hit Jill. This chapter is basically just gonna come down to, can Jill kill everything? Because she's gonna not take a lot of damage. No double. She's gonna not take a lot of damage and also deal a lot of damage. And she's the only one of those units that I have that can do a lot of damage. I think we might get the Black Knight, who is like an overpowered character in this map. But aside from him appearing, this entire map is just a crapshoot. And we can only just barely not do enough damage here. Alright, Aaron. Crit? Ooh, this is nice. 15 times 3 is 45, baby! We just need to pray for good critical hits. Ooh! And his strength and skill stat went up. Skill increases the ability to critical hit. Strength, obviously, as the name implies, makes you be stronger. So now, you can throw a knife We throw this knife here. Let's see. 7 damage times 2, that's 14. And that's enough for Micaiah to get a kill. We want her to get some experience, because she's like, you know, the main character. So she should be able to, you know, kill things. She should be able to do important things when she needs to do important things. But she is just but a humble light mage. She's very accurate. She's never going to miss, but she will get beaten to death if anything reaches her. It's like, you think about the king in chess, right? Like, the king can pretty much, if the king is next to anything, he will kill them. Any direction, omnidirectional. But God help you, if you're even a little out of position. You just bite the dust immediately. Hand axe here? I just want to, like, be able to clear some of these human forms. Because if they're... These people that I'm fighting are called Lagus. They are shapeshifters, so they have human forms and animal forms. And the human forms are significantly weaker, so it's a lot easier to kill them when they're not transformed. So I might just focus on the untransformed ones. Just because, you know, you just do more damage to them. I have a chance to critical this guy. 16% is pretty nice odds. I think, you know, that's almost a 1 in 5 chance. Come on, come on. Ah. Okay, that was a miss. That's some... I missed 2 80% in one map. And Fire Emblem, actually, the RNG is a little misleading. Because the way they calculate attacks in this game is that they actually average 2 numbers out. So since they average 2 numbers out, it means that you actually have a higher chance to hit. Your chances of hitting someone, when it's 80... Like, anything above 50% is significantly higher than 50%. Okay. So it just feels really bad when you miss multiple 80s in a row. It just feels like it shouldn't be happening. Alright, so... If I heal this guy here in the water, I think we should sit... Oh, never mind, I torched again. More vision's always good, though, you know? Vision saves lives. Okay. I don't like this positioning here, because he just left an entire asshole for those Lagos to go through. Because you can't walk through opposing army units. But now that that archer guy's out of the way, a lot more units are wide open. I guess I can't really count on... I can't count on the allied units to make a wall for me. I can count on them to get hit, though. I think the enemies will target these yellow units before they target my own units. So we'll take that as a W at least. Yeah. And they can't walk too far in water, so we can just wait for them to come to us. And that guy is just super dead, because archers can only attack from a tile away. Kind of like how horses can only attack in chess from an L shape away. Oh my god, though. There are so many enemies here. I would like 1 Black Knight, please. I would like to request that I not be in danger anymore. Alright, am I going to miss a 79%? Am I going to miss another reasonably high hit rate? Nice, nice. Securing every kill we can. Every point of EXP counts. Alright, and then Micaiah. We'll probably not kill this guy. Ugh. Micaiah is so weak. I wish he was like a little stronger. Just a smidge. Just a tiny morsel of strength, please. Alright, we can put Zhark here, or we can put Soth here. Weakening another unit. I probably should have stocked up on better weapons too. I have like all these like garbage weapons. We can secure 1 more kill if we can get the 65% hit rate. Playing with fire a little bit. But we made it. How many more units do we have to take out? Oh my god, 38. We have to kill 38 more units. That's a lot. Okay, so then we're gonna hand axe here. Hit from 2 range. And then hopefully Jill can just tank everything. Because if Jill gets attacked, then she pretty much just runs a train on everyone. She only has 31 HP, but she has that fat 18 defense. Ooh, and she got more strength, skill, and speed. Speed is nice because the way characters' abilities to double attack in this game is just, do you have 4 more speed than the enemy? It's a fairly simple formula, but not one that you can always meet the requirements for. However, we're going to try to use this Fanny here. 4% crit chance, no crit. But weakening still helps. And thankfully, none of these enemies are able to attack us from I got a Brave Bow, but that's not going to do anything for me. Alright, alright. Let's put a wolf over here. And then, I don't really know what else I can do at this juncture. I guess we just wait. We can heal Jill for 1 HP. It takes this much effort to kill an enemy, and I have to kill 37 more, I believe. And I'm almost out of allied units. Oh, hey, he got a crit, though. We take those. We accept the random crits. This guy is dead, I'm pretty sure. This guy's actually gonna explode. It's actually really funny to see the Lagus, when they're in their human form, fight back, because they can only counterattack people in their human form. They can't initiate attacks. So they always just, like, kick. They just use kicks. And it almost always does no damage, unless it's one of your own units. Because, like, some of the playable Lagus you get are, like, really strong normally. But, like, otherwise, it's just really funny to see them, like, kick a dude in full armor and just do no damage. This guy's getting surrounded on all sides. I support his decision to walk very far forward, but, I don't know what he was going for. Alright. Can Micaiah double here? The rare Micaiah double attack. They literally had to be slowed so much that they're in human form. You almost never get to see something like this happen. Cherish the moment. Does she level up from this? Nope, no level up. Oh, God. Do get a weapon level up, though. I'm gonna turn animation onto map only, just to make the rest of this chapter feel less long. But there's just so much we're gonna have to do here. Volug. Volug takes 7 damage from this dude. Just punches him in the head. Like, yeah, he just punched that dog in the head. Gave him a noggin soccer. And we should be able to finish him off with Aaron. 100% accuracy. He's accurate, if anything. And no level ups. Let's see. Zehark with the steel sword does not get the kill here. Let me see. I think we can secure it with Soth, though. He takes 19 damage from this guy, though, if he gets hit. So simply, just do not get hit. All we can ask for. Just throw some knives, stab him in the chest. Wow. And then we can level up. Cool, that's a pretty nice level up. A lot of stats going up. None of them were defense, though, which is like what we need in this map. Bonk. I kind of want the archer to die so that these enemies start targeting me and not him. But this guy is probably gonna heal that archer again. Not much I can do about that, so I'm just gonna end the turn there. Ally phase. Oh, interesting. Wow, he did so much damage. I mean, he's still getting kills at the very least. So I cannot complain about that. And then... So, the nice thing is that this at least seems a lot safer now. Like, we were, like, super surrounded by enemies earlier, but now it looks like we've cleared most of them out. So now we have to do the scary thing of walking forward into Fog of War. The horror. Ooh! Seeing these characters die in one round, in one set of combat's really nice at the very least. Because it doesn't happen very often. Ouch! Those tigers sure are mighty powerful, I will say. They do pack quite a punch. Jesus. So, I think here we can just between Fanny and between Javelin, we should be able to just kill this guy. Let's see, level up. What does Micaiah get? More magic? Magic speed. Rare Micaiah speed level up. An interesting thing, or like, I guess a sensible thing about how level ups work is basically that every character has their own growth rates, so they all have like different rates at which their stats will go up. So it just rolls a number for each stat. Kind of like, you know, you're playing a tabletop game and you're rolling to see like what your stats are. In this game, it's just basically if the number they roll is higher than their growth rate, or lower than their growth rate, the stat goes up. So it's a pretty simple way. It feels like a roulette every time you level up, and sometimes you just get a good lucky roll and see a lot of stats go up at once, and it really just hits the brainwaves a lot better when you get those really nice, like, 5 stats level up at once. Oh, hey, Valis, what's up? I'm gonna take a sip right now. And continue struggling along with the chapter. However, this is not a sip of water. It is a sip of Earl Grey bubble tea. That is why I've been chewing every now and then on the stream. Earl Grey bubble tea is really good. I'm a big fan of Earl Grey tea in general, though. I would say a tea that I would like to get some more of that I don't usually purchase is oolong tea. Oolong tea really hits nicely, I feel. I'm a big fan of that. I remember I hadn't had it in the past, but then, like, I think I ordered Chinese food at some point, and then it came with a free pack, like a free tea bag of oolong tea, like complimentary. And I had it, and I was like, wait, this tea tastes really good. Like, I didn't put any sugar in it or anything. It was just straight up, just straight oolong tea. It was delicious. Oh, there he is! Sir Knight. So this is... If you look at the characters right now, you can see, like, Soth, he's like a level 8 rogue, 22 strength, 24 skill, 22 speed, yeah, yada yada. Micaiah's like, she's got a couple stats in the 20s, and then like 18, 13, all those stats. Aaron, like, we got stats here. But this guy? You see that 70 HP, he's level 20, 38 strength, 40 skill, 30 speed. Look at these numbers. This man is how we win the rest of this map. Here's how the Dawn Brigade can still win. So, plot-wise, this army is supposed to be like, you know, a band of freedom fighters, sort of like rising up into power and taking back their country. And then the Black Knight is supposed to be like the symbol of, like, that country's strength, I believe. And so he just pops in and say, hey, what's poppin', buddy? And then he just straight up will murk literally everybody that appears. No remorse. Alright, I don't know how to kill this guy, though. This guy is going to slap me in the head. 15 damage. I think it's more pertinent that we hit this guy first. My knife broke. Unfortunate. And we have 4 Catboys in front of us. That's a threatening amount of Catboys. There should never be more than 1 Catboy in any area. If there's more than that, they have to fight for supremacy. It's just scary. But we took out one of them by just repeatedly hitting them over the head with an axe. And we're gonna heal. We're gonna heal Jill, you know. She's pretty defensive, but, you know, it's always better safe than sorry. Alright, so this guy does 22 damage, but I think he's the only tiger in the vicinity. I want to kill this cat here, so we should be able to combo them with Soth. There we go. Keep it safe. Keep it safe, keep it simple. And then we get a level up. Soth is now level 9. Skill and speed. Very expected for a thief kind of character. Like I said before, every character has their own growth rate. So, like, Armor Knights typically will have a higher chance to increase defense. And sometimes, like, strength when they level up. Characters like Mages will have a higher chance to increase magic. And it's just, like, all, like, character dependent. They made growth rates for every specific character. So it's, like, neat to see how that, like, works in favor or doesn't work in favor. Like, sometimes you expect, like, a sword master, like a samurai kind of character to, like, have high speed growth, and sometimes you just get playthroughs where they just literally do not get any speed. And that's what we call getting RNG screwed, random number generator screwed. Also, what I'm going to do is turn on map animations for just the Black Knight, just so you can see how strong this man really is. So you see, he does 50 damage in a swing. Most of my characters need to hit 2 or 3 times to kill one of these guys. This guy literally just looks at someone and they die. He looks at someone, he's like, I diagnose you with death. Alright. And we just half shift. Look like a furry. Wait. Do I have any healing items on me? No. So, 20. These guys cannot shift yet. What we're going to do... Uh-oh. This guy does 16 damage to Soth, which is not, like, bad. I'm gonna trade here, Concoction. This is a healing item, and we're gonna use that healing item to heal to full HP. Because only this cat guy can hit me back, and he only does 15 damage to Soth, so I do have a chance of killing him if I get that 11% critical hit chance. 11%, 11%, 11%, baby! Oh god, he got hit anyway. And what we're gonna do... This guy has Max on his name, so instead of him shifting into a Catboy, we're going to kill him. Like, the thing is, for these Lagus, they have a very clear indicator for when they can transform and, like, sort of mess you up. And we want to avoid getting hit right before they transform. So we're just gonna let them do that. And we're gonna put Jill in here. We're gonna put Laura over here and Staff. We're gonna try to get some more vision to see if there's any other enemies in the vicinity. And there are not. And don't think this guy can shift. So if we put Micaiah over here, she gets the kill. And no one's really in danger, and she gets a crit at like 4%. You love to see crits occur when you don't need a crit to actually occur. It feels so bad. Alright, enemy phase. That guy's just dead. Goodbye. And there's another cat. Oh, Jesus! Wait, when did he get enough to transform? Huh, this looks pretty bad. Aaron is dead. That's alright. All the members of the Dawn Brigade are kind of just disposable. And we have the Black Knight. We survive until the Black Knight spawned, and that's really all that matters. Jill is doing that thing with the Brave Axe where she just kills things. Uh-oh, another guy, another big cat. Ooh, wait, Jill's taking a lot of damage. This is bad. A little scary. But it's not something that is going to stop me. Never mind. It is, in fact, going to stop me. We no longer have any Wyvern riders in this playthrough. They are all dead. That's fine. I still have the Black Knight. Black Knight is going to just walk up slowly and slap people with a sword. Like so. 43 damage with his sword. And he also has his own special battle music. The battle music is normally different for the character in this fight. Well, the Black Knight himself just gets his special fight theme that you usually hear when you're fighting against the Black Knight, which I think is a nice touch. That every other character has the Dawn Brigade's fight theme, except for the Black Knight, who that's his fight theme. Alright. So now it's just Black Knight, walk forward, 38 damage. He's gonna double this guy. I want to see him proc Eclipse. There it is! He just like points at him, and then boom, boom, 3, 4, boom, 5 hits. Like, normally, those special activated abilities do like 3 times the damage. That does 5 times the damage. And, like, there's no reason for it, too. Doing 3 times the normal damage in the first place normally kills most things. But he's the Black Knight, so he needs to be the best character. He needs to be able to just murder something on sight. So we're just gonna position the Black Knight. I literally have 5 characters on this map. That is... If the Black Knight wasn't one of them, this would be really scary. But, like, the Black Knight is one of them, and he counts as, like, 20 characters or more. It's like one of those, like... what is it? Oh, yeah. So, it's like, if he's only taking 0 damage, infinity times 0 is still 0. So he's gonna need, like... He pretty much is just infinite number of units, because he's just not gonna die to anything. The only thing that really hurts the Black Knight is things that pierce armor. And none of the Logus are armor piercing. The only thing that... The Black Knight's biggest weakness is a hammer, essentially. Which is really funny when you fight him at the end of the game. And, like, the legendary sword Ragnell does less damage to him than a hammer does. Just because of the way the game is programmed. Like, imagine, you fight God's chosen knight. And it's not the legendary sword of ancient lore that kills the Black Knight. No, it's a hammer. It's Ike went to Home Depot and just decided, yeah, it's time for some home improvement, baby. Okay, this is not great. Items. We're gonna put Soth here. We're gonna trade the herb. Just so I can heal up to full HP, because it heals 10 HP. And I think this should keep everyone safe. Where are you crossing through? Oh. We'll do this as well. Trade. Why does the Black Knight have vulneraries on him? I think I might have gave him some a while ago. But, yeah, as long as no one can reach Micaiah or Laura, I should be safe for the rest of the map. There we go. We just need to survive. This is basically like Black Knight at the daycare, making sure these babies do not explode. Wow, Volug takes a lot of damage too. It's like so stressful because these characters just are so weak. Oh lord. Oh lord. These cat boys are coming in full force. I'm gonna put the Black Knight over here. And then, because this is scary here. And then, can these guys reach? It doesn't look like they can reach because those water tiles are too heavy. Or too, like, slowing them down. So we are just going to have the Black Knight go from range. And I think if I put Volug a tile down, that should still keep the wall intact. Like, the wall that the left side can't cross through. Yes, this should be fine. Items, Vulnerary. Let Volug heal. And then the Black Knight should be able to just take care of everything. Yeah. If these guys can't walk up to Micaiah in their human form, they won't be able to reach her in the Lagus form. So, this is now just Black Knight kills a bunch of cats. Uh-oh, Volug. This also wouldn't be so scary if it weren't for the fact that all those guys are ready to transform immediately. They all have max on them. But the Black Knight is the Black Knight. It's like if you've played like Fire Emblem Awakening and you know that Frederick kills everything. The Black Knight's like Super Frederick. The Black Knight just... The game sometimes has like really weird loss conditions, like... Certain conditions make sense, like the main character dying, you lose, you know? Or like certain characters dying is a game over. And a lot of chapters involving the Black Knight have the condition, if the Black Knight dies, you get a game over. Which is like, in terms of like story, yes, it makes sense. If the Black Knight dies, like the story cannot progress. But it's so redundant to me because how is the Black Knight going to die? What is possibly going to kill this man? What is gonna do this guy in? Oh, Jesus. We are pretty much just gonna hold the fort down here. Alundite take care of this guy. Hit him from range. Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Just zone these guys out like I'm Guile in Street Fighter. He also doesn't get any experience because he's already the max level. Of course, he'd have to be the max level to have those kinds of stats. It's like also interesting to me because it sort of like showcases how strong you'll eventually get in the game. Like, because you're supposed to be able to beat this guy eventually, but you see how high his stats are, and you're like, how do I get those high stats? I only have like 22 magic. And then you really see like, yeah, you do get really strong in this game, like, with the way that there's, like, an extra tier of promotion and everything. It's, like, really cool to, like, give you, like, something to look forward to as you progress through the game. Uh-oh, Volug's taking damage. But he can't get hit by more than 2 units at once in this position. Oh, Jesus Christ. Did I just lose? Okay, no, he didn't get doubled. Holy moly. Okay, okay. That could have been really bad. Thankfully, those tigers cannot double attack. If they could double attack Volug, he would actually just be, like, done. So, takes a little bit of damage as well. Ooh, and he gets a crit. That's pretty nice. Yeah, we need to take care of that tiger on the bottom right. I don't like where he's standing. It's a little threatening and imposing, and making me kind of uncomfortable. Okay, this is good positioning. We just need to take care of that tiger that's really close to my healers. Alright, do them in. How many more units do we have to kill? Oh god. Please nothing else from the top. There are 6 units on the map right now. Okay, cool. We are at the end of this chapter. We just need to survive. Get the hell out of here. And then, so this guy cannot reach down here. So we can safely sacrifice. There we go. And then Laura, can we just make sure that no one else is in range? Yes. Everyone is safe. Items. Soth is going to heal with an herb. And then Volug. Volug has to, like... He doesn't get doubled is the thing. So, 34 strength to 9 defense. 34 minus 9 is 25. So he should live with 2 HP, I believe. Healing him to max. Oh my god, this is so ridiculous. Oh, I didn't use the right item. Okay. So how does this go? This is... Okay, that guy de-transformed. So this is fine. Just kicked him in the head. Received a... Yes! They're spending the time to heal themselves too. That's really good, actually. If they're healing themselves, then that means they're not hitting me. And if they're not hitting me, that's more than fine. We're almost out of the swamp. Alright, how many more units do we have to kill? Alright, so heals. Oh god. 4 units to kill. Attack. You get this guy, that's 1. Bang. Staff, heal. Heal up Micaiah. This is like... If I shift... If I were to shift, I could kill this guy. But Soth can't get a kill, so we're gonna play this, like, safe. We are going to go down here. Wait. Volug is going to heal again with a Vulnerary. This should be fine depending on how the enemy units move. And then... Soth doesn't die if he gets hit by 2 units. This is such a stressful chapter. Just don't get hit. Just do not get hit. Okay, cool. We dodge. This is perfect. I think we're out of the woods now. Get him, Soth. Black Knight just has to get a couple more kills, and then we're done. Okay, cool. And he's healing. Yeah, those guys... Who are you? Literally, get lost. Oh, Eclipse. Bonk. There he goes. I don't like that positioning either. But we should be able to kill 2 more units in this turn. Micaiah will never miss, so there we go. God, this chapter is just... I cannot believe that I first tried this. I survived long enough for the Black Knight to come. That's good. And then the Black Knight just has to hit 1 more dude. Actually, can Soth get a kill? Might as well try to get Soth some extra experience if it's possible. Crit. There we go. We don't need to get those kills with the Black Knight, and we can get some extra experience. It works out. And we get that skill and speed growth. This is pointless. God, what an awful chapter. It's like a marathon. 40 units to kill with like 2 good units, and then the Black Knight comes like halfway through. And then suddenly the chapter becomes significantly easier. Alright. Oh no, this is the next chapter that I'm thinking of where we play as Ike, we play as a Dawn Brigade, or the Grail Mercenaries again, and we're going to have to fight the Black Knight. We don't have to beat him, we just have to not die to him. Is this a Howl? Ooh, that's a good one. Alright, so what we're going to do, Titania needs weapons. Titania is almost out of weapons. And I do not have any money. There's gotta be someone with weapons that I can trade with. Someone that has something that I could hand off here. We can trade the hand axe and a killer steel axe. Titania shouldn't need a crit to get kills. So then shop, armory. We should have enough to buy a hand axe. No. This is a struggle. I'm gonna sell that heal tome, or that howl scroll. Where is it? Where is it? I will not use this. I will not use this. Like, this is like, I gotta go to GameStop to sell my games to get money, kind of like struggle cash. Like, you know it's like the worst deal you'll ever get, but you're still gonna sell your games to GameStop, because how else are you gonna get that money in that quick time? You really need that 5 cents from your GameStop, from what you're selling to GameStop. Alright, armory, we need to get the hand axes, that's what it is. This goes to... This one goes to Boyd. Alright, so that's it. And then there's nothing good in the shop. We're gonna take a look at the next map. We're gonna position our units properly. God, this map sucks. So it's not Fog of War, but you can see that the Dawn Brigade is all where we thought they were, or where they were originally. It's also interesting because they actually put, like, the units that you would have had there are sort of, like, replaced with, like, generic units. Like, this is supposed to be Leonardo, this is supposed to be Edward, there's probably, like, Jill is supposed to be here, this is probably supposed to be Aaron, Ileana, and so on. Like, I think it's interesting that they just get replaced with, like, nameless units. But I love how they have you going back and forth between the armies, even if, like, one of the armies is significantly worse than the other. We're not gonna start the fight, I think. I think this map is wide enough that the initial starting positions don't matter too much. So we're gonna save the game here. And we're gonna look for someone to raid. Let's see who's online. Thank you guys all for coming today. Let's see who we can pay a visit to. Let's see who's online. Twitch.tv. Oh wait, I think I know who I want to pay a visit to because he's playing a game that I really like. So of course I'm gonna pay him a visit. I want to raid Carmine, because he's also raided me like multiple times, so you know, he's playing Kingdom Hearts 2, it's one of my favorite games of all time, one of my favorite action games. So we're gonna take a visit to his channel, if you'd like to stay. And we're gonna pay him a visit. Raid Carmine. So thank you guys all for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you all tomorrow for some more Kingdom Hearts 2. Though he's doing a regular playthrough, I'm doing a randomizer, so it's like two different kinds of experiences. As always, I hope you have a great day, and class is dismissed.